Have you ever stopped to think about why your rear view mirror is so small and why this curl is sticking up on top of my head and why your windshield is so big? That's because we're supposed to spend more of our time looking forward where we're going than where we've been, right? And the question of the week was asking, which do you think is more important? Looking at where you are, right, which is kind of that now present tense of where you've been, or looking at where you're going. And I loved hearing the answers, not only here on Facebook, but also in stories and also in personal conversations that I've had this week, because the answer, I think, is both, right? So many people are just focused on where they're going and not paying attention to where they are, and that can actually cause a problem. And then some people are so focused on where they've been or where they are and not where they're going, and that can cause a problem of you getting stuck as well. So today I want to share with you 3 milestones that are on the road to success, whether it's because you're heading into 2022 or just you're wanting to work on an area and a priority in your life, right? So I want you to think about this. The last time you went to take a road trip, what did you do? Back in the day, this is dating me, right? So back in the day, we would pull out an old-fashioned map, right? Or then do you remember when things upgraded and you could actually I worked for Pathfinder Express the summer after I graduated from college. And so people would call in, they would tell me where they were starting from, they'd tell me where they want to go, and if they wanted the most direct route or they wanted the scenic route, and I would route the map and the computer system would mail that to them, right? A paper copy then. So you don't have some little voice saying turn here, that you actually had to read it and pay attention. And then we got to the point where you can go on MapQuest, you can do it yourself. And now what do? We pull out our smartphones, right? But there's something that I bet happens every single time that you're about to go somewhere, whether it's a big trip or a little trip, that you're probably not even stopping to think about. Okay? You're usually thinking about, where am I headed, right? How do I get to Target? How do I get to Disney? How do I get to wherever this place is? But there's a very important piece of information that your phone needs first. And without it, your phone will not route you to that location. And you know what that is? It's your current location. It's where you are right now. So there's this little pin, right? That little blue pin that drops down. And then you can put in where your destination is. And then it will route you from here to there. But the problem is that so often, if you just jump in the car and you're like, I'm just going to go to Disney or I'm going to go to Target, right? And you just start driving, but you don't even know where you're starting from. You don't even know where you are. Are you going to end up there? I mean, maybe eventually if you're lucky, but probably not, right? And you're going to spend a lot of time and energy and probably go in circles and things like that. So the key is to know where you are, right? To make sure that you push pause and you take a minute to look at that, but then focus on where you're going. So the same is true when it comes to our priorities. I talk all the time with my clients and women after 40 about the 7 key areas of life: faith, family, friends, your field of work, which could also be full-time school. It could be taking care of kids or grandkids, whatever it is that you put your time into in your day. Finances, fitness, which is anything health related, and fun, right? So if we don't know where we are in those areas, then it's really hard to get to where we want to be. And we're coming up to a new year, right? Which is this time when people are starting to think about, what do I want 2022 to look like? But I think it's really important that we do this one thing first, that we push pause and we go back and we take a look at where we've been in 2021, right? Because that's where we're starting from to go into 2022. And that is going to be key information that we need. We're not going to stay there. We're not going to keep looking in the rearview mirror, right? But we need to know where we've been and where we are before we can move forward. So there are 3 milestones that I want to share with you, and then I'm going to give you an exclusive invitation. So here are the 3 milestones on the road to success. Number 1, examine where you've been. Okay, you want to make sure that you've looked at that, right? It's part of why and how you are where you are today. So if you don't ever take the time to look back and say, where have I been? Then you're not going to really appreciate and understand and grow from where you are, right? So evaluate where you've been. Okay, so that what got you to where you are right now. Then envision where you want to be, right? Oh, let me throw it in the middle because I guess I kind of put those 2 together. So evaluate where you've been. Examine where you've been. Evaluate where you are now. Okay, I had my E words mixed up, so I had to look at my notes. So examine where you've been, evaluate where you are now, right? Because you need to know, where am I right now? Yeah, it's good to know where you were last January, but where am I right now? December, whatever today is, December 9th, 2021, where am I right now? Then you can envision where you want to be, right? Where you want to grow in those 7 areas in the next year. And after you've done that, you're ready to start exploring the tools, the resources, the people, the things that you're going to want to have on the journey with you to get there faster than you'd expect, right? Who wants to be on the slow road? Who wants to be going in circles? Who wants to be, like feeling like you're just pedaling and hardly even getting where you want to go? Not me. And I know that for me, when I started using some very key tools, when I started inviting other people to be on the process, like working with a coach, being a part of an inner circle, like mastermind type thing with other people who are also on growth journeys, that has made all the difference for me. And I can look back at this year and go, wow, I hardly even recognize where, who I am and where I am in comparison to where I was a year ago. And I know it's only going to continue growing as I continue to use those milestones. So make sure you're doing those 3 things. Let me review them again. Examine where you've been, evaluate where you are, envision where you want to be. And then the 4th one is going to be then you can explore what tools, what resources, what people are going to help you get there faster than you'd expect. So here's where my exclusive invite comes in. Next Monday, December 13th at 7 p.m. Central, I'm going to host a free year in review event. It's on Zoom, so it doesn't matter what zip code you're in, where you are, doesn't matter, right? You can join me live. If you can't be on live, you just need to RSVP and I will send you the replay. Okay, we have a worksheet that goes along with it that we're going to be doing, and we're going to really push pause and we're going to look back. We're going to look at where we are now, and then we're going to start envisioning what we want the next year to look like. And I'm super excited to be able to share with you some of the tools that I've been using that have made a huge difference. So if you would like to be part of the event, the way to RSVP is just to put the word year down in the comments, or you can send me a message if you want to do that, whatever. But the word year, and then I will add you to the list, and then I will send out the Zoom link and the worksheet on Sunday, so that way you'll be ready for Monday and it doesn't get buried in your inbox, because we all know how those look, right? Especially this time of year with all the stores that are trying to get our attention. So both actually matter, right? Where you are and where you're going, both matter. So let's get some focus on that so that you can create a life that has more balance, more growth, more impact, and get to the end of 2022 and go, wow, look at what this year has been like, right? And then we'll just keep building on that year after year. Sound good? Okay, I can't wait to see you guys on Monday. Make sure you comment the word year so that I can get you added to the list and get you the information to join us. Oh, before I forget, I've got a bonus. If you RSVP, even if you can't be on live, like say you just want the replay, totally fine, doesn't matter. I'm going to also send you an exclusive invite to a webinar that I'm hosting with a friend of mine next Wednesday about how to protect yourself personally as well as professionally. So if you have a business of any sort, if you're a coach, if you're a network marketer, there are legal things that we need to make sure we're doing to make sure that we can protect this vision and dream that we have. And there are also things we need to do just to protect our families, right? So whether you have a business or not, it can apply to you. And I'm going to be giving that as a bonus, an invitation to that webinar. So put the word year down in the comments, and I will see you on Monday.